With so many historic buildings peppering the streets of downtown Fort Wayne, is it a wonder how they're maintained? Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers Inside the Fort Wayne Museum of Art. I'm WTHR reporter Kevin Rader. And my next guest is Don Orban from the Fort Wayne Historical Preservation Society. Welcome.
Hello there.
With so many historical buildings, tell me the role of your organization.
The role of my organization. We have a local ordinance that protects the exteriors of all businesses or all buildings that have local designation. And so that's my role, is to deal with any changes that might happen to the outside of those.
What constitutes a historic building or a site, Don?
Oh, basically at least 50 years old, which probably goes for me too. But
And me.
yeah, and okay, and you too. And then you go look at its architecture or any significant events or people that it might be associated with.
Why is it important to have this kind of thing? Why is it important to society to have this?
This is what gives your community its character. It kind of keeps you from being generic any place. There are certain things that are characteristics of Fort Wayne. The important events, the important people, the architecture, and you just have to try and preserve some of that. It kind of gives a variety to the streetscape, to the city, makes it more interesting.
Kind of helps the city remember where it came from.
Exactly, yeah.
Is there ever a tug of war as far as people wanting to come in and put new buildings in, or say, oh, we're standing in the way of progress here?
Rarely. Rarely. We have had, actually in our residential historic districts, we've had new construction happen. You can build in historic districts.
Are there requirements?
There's little things to make them blend in better. They should be kind of look like they're built in, say, 2012, not sort of an 1880s reproduction. But you pick up on things like the roof line, the massing, easy stuff.
Does this kind of thing affect property values when you do this?
When you have a whole district, it certainly does. The property values tend to stay up. They retain their value. We've seen the historic districts accelerate at a higher rate in their value than surrounding comparable neighborhoods that have no designation. Yeah.
So if we use that definition, I would think people would be clamoring for it.
You would think so, but not so far.
Why not?
There's always, whenever we're dealing with anything that's visible to the public, so that means anytime you would make what's called an obvious change, you need to go that one extra step and get the work approved before it actually happens. And when you have to get other permits for other things, sometimes people don't want to add that one extra step. And so they may be hesitant to do that.
So when you're talking about the facade, though, you could actually maintain the facade to the standards, but remodel on the inside then,
Oh,
is
you
that
can do
right?
anything to the inside. Yeah, the inside's not visible to the public, so sure.
So that would make
You can
sense.
remodel, yes. You don't have to keep your 1880s bathroom or kitchen.
Does this keep these areas popular? I would think it would.
Yes, it does. Our oldest historic district, the West Central neighborhood, is still a well-known neighborhood, popular. Houses turn over, but they turn over quickly.
Is there more to keeping them up, more expense to keeping these homes up?
When you're buying a historic building, you figure, okay, if it's a wood building, you are going to have to paint. You don't have the vinyl on the outside, but you also get to see what's going on with your house as opposed to not knowing what's going on under the vinyl. So it has its trade-offs. Yeah.
Don Orban from the Fort Wayne Historical Preservation Society. Thanks for joining us on Comcast Newsmakers.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
I'm Kevin Rader.